Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Aaron coming at you. Single dad life, Bulldog Sportswear and Apparel, of course. Today, Friday, I told you guys that I was going to go ahead and talk to my daughter, Tatyana. If you looked at previous episodes of Single Dad Life, then you got a little insight of Tatyana and I's relationship and everything. As of right now, not too much insight on how it was when she was growing up, but I figured that I would let y'all hear it from the source. There's no, like I said, this is all uncut. It's real 100%, and I'm going to actually leave the room and let her have the camera, and let her have it and tell y'all how it was, being raised by a single father. I'm sorry, by the way, Tatiana. So that's Tatiana, and of course, let me get that a little bit closer for baby girl. There we go. How's that? Is that better? So she's going to, like I said, tell her version of how it was, being raised by a single father and everything, and some of the things that we went through, trying to come up. And now she's an adult with her own family and made me a grandfather. Wasn't really ready for, but what dad is really ready to become a grandfather. Anyway, forgot to still remind you guys, I got to get used to saying that. Please click and subscribe and all that, and share it with your friends and let them know what's going on. But as we go on into this, like I said, Tatiana was my firstborn, and she had to deal with, my ups and downs before I knew I suffer from anxiety and depression, when they actually tried to diagnose me as being bipolar when I wasn't bipolar. And one thing that is messed up, if you give somebody bipolar medicine when they're not bipolar, woo, watch out. That's all I can say about that one. But anyway, like I said, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to step out so Tatiana can go ahead and open up to you guys. I thought you don't have to do it.
No, I thought you wasn't going to sit here with me and then go upstairs.
Oh,
I didn't think you was.
I can. It's cool. It's cool. I was just going to give you your time to do you. You know what I mean? And go from there. Because like I said, this episode is not about Aaron. No, this one is about Tatyana Brown and being raised by a single father and getting her point. So, like I said, it's not like we're going to make it a whole episode long. God bless you. She's been sneezing for that's like her 20th sneeze.
Allergies.
So, here we go. So, meet Tatyana. Go ahead, Tatyana. Tell them a little about yourself.
I did the last time.
Okay.
That was the introduction. I don't got to do an introduction.
Well, I'm going to sit here for a second because, like I said, me and Tatyana, this is, like I said, firstborn and everything. I remember when Tatyana was born, actually, June 4th. And remember the story when I found out 2 days before this little girl was born that I had a baby on the way. I literally quit a job on Monday, found out on Tuesday that I had a baby on the way, and then she was here Thursday. I found out because a social worker actually came up, and her mother, which I'm sure like later on down the line when she's comfortable, she'll get into that with you guys. But
She didn't tell you?
she was actually had an adopted family for her, and they needed my signature. And they thought that, me being 20, about to be 21 years old, I was going to come to the hospital and just sign my daughter away. So I can be sitting here wondering today, like, wow, but it's funny because I told Tatiana this story. It's like she had her eyes closed the whole entire time. But when I stood over top of her, she opened her eyes up and just looked at me. And like right then and there, I felt like everything was going to be okay. I had no clue what to do, nothing. I got a baby girl. What the hell do I do? So, now here she is, grown, about to be 23 years old in less than 2 weeks. And it's crazy that I'm sitting here with a 23-year-old daughter.
Wouldn't that be like my Jordan year?
Yeah.
Jordan year? Yeah,
Your Jordan year? Okay, MJ. I should have worn my Michael Jordan jersey. You can wear it on your birthday. It's crazy because I'm glad that we can actually sit here and laugh. And like I was telling her, like doing these videos is very therapeutic for me, because after doing a couple of them and continuing to do them, I don't feel as though I'm carrying so much around, so it feels very good. And I know that we suffer from the same thing because it's definitely hereditary. And I'm glad that she's been getting on top of it and catching it now, as opposed to waiting until she's 39 and ruined a lot of her life like I done, and fixing mistakes like I have to do. One thing that I want to do is to not have my children live the life that I lived, regardless, or have to grind the way that I grind, because it's not for everybody, and I don't want them to ever have to think, oh, I'm going to give up and quit, especially knowing that she's going to have the same mental illness and everything. Like, those thoughts cross your mind, and, I feel sorry for the ones that it actually defeats. Y'all caught me come on camera and say, this, that, and the third, but I'm still here. But like I said, I'm gonna turn it over to Tatyana because she's been waiting. I'm pretty sure her mind has been racing because she's new to this and all that. But next time she get on or whatever, unless y'all request her again, you know what I mean? Then y'all will catch her on when. Nothing is gonna. I want it all out. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole point of this. Nothing's gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna ground her for something she did when she was 15. You're grounded. Give me your phone. I'm gonna take her phone.
In the same house.
I'm gonna ground her, and she's got her own place. I'm gonna call over there and make sure she's in her room. Like, come on. No. I mean, it's cool. Like, all right. Matter of fact, since we're on that subject, real quick, I got one question. When you was 16 years old and I had my burger restaurant, you was out all night, you and Asia. Mm-hmm. And Asia's mom came to my house looking for Asia, but I was about to go over there looking for you. Where was she? Are you gonna tell me or take it to the grave?
Across the street at Angie's.
You still going with that?
That's literally where I was.
I cannot.
I thought you didn't believe that I was over there. Like,
I still don't believe it.
I thought that.
I still don't believe it because, like, my thing
I can call Asia right now.
No, but my thing is, back then you would have told me, you would have texted me and been like, Dad, I'm going to be over Angie's house or whatever.
No, I didn't tell you because of Laquan.
Oh, okay. Well, that just must be some adolescent thinking or whatever. But regardless, I'm gonna keep it one coin with you. I still don't believe that story.
That's where I was, and I didn't tell him I was there because of who was there.
All right, well, look, I'm gonna let Tatyana tell y'all how I was being raised by a single dad, but I was waiting to get on camera to ask her
that.
Yes, because
really?
It's been killing me.
And it's crazy because you're still disappointed with the answer that you got, and it's the truth. Like, I'll put that on Kai. I was across the street at Auntie's house.
See, you ain't got to do all that.
No, it's crazy because I have a picture. I wish to date, and I wish I could log into that Facebook, but me and Asia took a picture there that night, and it was on my Facebook.
Yeah, I'm going to have, get Asia on the line, please. Because I'm sorry. I need to know. I really need to know. Look. I
hope she answers.
It's already been. We were trying to keep this one short and all that, but Tatyana, no answer means.
No, hold on.
No answer means.
Her phone is always on Don't Disturb, and she works from home now, so.
Well, we'll hit y'all with that the next episode. I'll keep you filled in.
No, if she calls and you're not around, I'm going to still answer. Yeah. And I'm going to still get her to say because that's crazy. I thought you was going to ask me something else. That's what you were waiting to ask.
Yes. Come on, like, as a single father, oh, Dad, I'm spending the night over. my friend's house, and then her friend's mom comes looking for her daughter at my house early in the morning. Hold up.
You know what's crazy though? Like, I never snuck out with you. But like when I was friends with Jewel, we did. But we literally only went 3 houses down. But we had to leave out of her window to get there.
I want to ground her ass right now, for real. Just for past stuff, but you know, I mean, cold cases. Ground her for a cold case, yeah. But anyway, peace, y'all. I'll be back. Here go Tatyana. Don't forget to subscribe. And this is the things that you all are going to see, you know, with better production and the cameras following us around and everything with single dad life and everything. Like I said, you know, our battles, you know, as a family, you know, single dad, small business owner, mental illness, going through and trying to make it through a pandemic, making ends meet, and also being in America.
With my first video, though, I'd feel comfortable if you were here.
Okay, well.
Like, I don't feel uncomfortable not saying anything that.
Okay, well, go ahead.
Because I did just tell you the truth about where I was. And
I still don't believe it.
I thought you were going to get mad about that, but that was the truth. I wish she would answer the phone when she's making me look so bad right now.
All right, well, go ahead and talk. Go ahead.
Can you, like, help me start? Like,
You can start by telling them how it was, I mean, with us, you know, growing up. You know, like, hey, you know, like, I mean,
everything, I feel like everything was fine, to be brutally honest, until we moved to Pennsylvania. Or not even Pennsylvania. I feel like when I got my period for the first time, I feel like that's when things kind of changed. I still remember that night when I got it for the first time. You were outside the bathroom door crying, and I'm just like, I was getting annoyed because I was like, why is he crying? And then went that night and got me snacks and stuff. I think we even made sundaes and stuff that same night. Oh, wait, here she is.
Mind y'all, what the hell was I supposed to do? But hold on.
Remember that night that I got in trouble for, your mom came to my house looking for you, and my dad thought I was at your house? Where were we? No, it's okay. You can tell the truth, but he thinks that I'm lying about where we were. Where were we? Thank you. Thank you. That's all I needed.
I think that was premeditated.
I'll call you when I get back. Hold on.
I think that was premeditated, and I think they talked about that years ago because that is my daughter.
I mean, she was confused. She was like, "Weren't we at Angie's?" Like, so she was like kind of confused.
Weren't we? So I mean, like growing up without a mother figure there. I know I was in and out of relationships. Like I was in and out of relationships, honestly, trying to give you that.
Not you not knowing though, I picked up a lot from every relationship that you've had. From how caring they were. Like always in the back of my head, I always had it that I wanted to be a mom. Like I never knew if I wanted to be a nurse or a doctor, but I knew I wanted to be a mom just because I didn't have my mom. And I picked up like a lot of the times, like some of those women, they've had kids, so that motherly and how caring they were and how calm some of them were, I picked up some of that. And then attitudes and stuff they had, I learned to like, okay, like you don't want to be like that. That's not something you want to be like. So I did pick stuff up from relationships. Dawn, though, the relationship that you've had with Dawn, I still to this day say
Let's not name any names anymore because I don't want to
well,
give them
Dawn's
royalties.
my mom.
Oh, okay, but I don't want to give them royalties.
Okay, well, that's my mom.
It's a joke, see? Go ahead, continue, please.
I don't even know where I was going with that.
No, relationships and all that stuff. But just speak freely. Like I said, it's not even nothing that's like produced or anything like that. Like, and honestly, I don't mind hearing your side, like how you felt, growing up, with just me, like Mother's Day or,
Mother's Day never really bothered me. Like, it was just like Mother's Day was for you. And that's just how I looked at it. Like, I saw people with their moms and stuff like that, but it never really bothered me because we could still go out to eat. You can still take me to go get my nails done. You still took me to salons to get my hair done and stuff like that. So it's like you did everything that a mom did. It's just you just wasn't a female. You wore aprons when you cooked. You do like to bake here and there. Well, you did. Now you like to cook, but you like, yeah. We had daddy-daughter days every week, so it wasn't like I was ever jealous of somebody that had their mom. If anything, I felt like I was better without my biological mom because of how she is, and I feel like if I had her in my life full time, I would have turned out a complete wreck.
I appreciate that. Honestly.
Like, I really do feel like if I had her in my life, especially looking at it, because none of them really have a relationship with their dad. And then knowing that she wanted to give me up for adoption, but then had a baby a year later, because me and my brother on her side, I think is a year or two or a year and a couple months apart, and kept him, but didn't want to keep me, the only one. So that's something. It's not really holding a grudge, and it's not really like, I don't understand why, but I'd rather just like forget it and get over it. And my way of forgetting and getting over it is not having any contact with her at all, because she's a stranger to me, really. But that's just something that I just don't understand why just me, and kept the ones before me and kept the one after me.
I think about the same thing, and what I did, like my conclusion was like I said, I was like headed down the wrong path. So I look at you, that's just like when I came and stood over top of you, you opened your eyes up for the first time, and I just remember they were just jet black looking at me. And you were just looking, and I just felt like, I'm telling you, that was it. So I just look at it like you were my blessing, like you changed my life. Like, if you didn't come when you came, then, I mean, I was at that age where I was a knucklehead, where like I was easily molded by my surroundings and everything like that. So my life would have been ruined too. Like I said, I know we had our ups.
Told me, and it was, you were looking at something in the clouds, and it was like a lion or something. You told me that like once, but I don't really.
Yeah. So what she's talking about was like January 1998, six months before she was born. I got trashed on New Year's, and I was laying on that green box thing outside and was looking at the clouds, and you know, clouds make different forms. So 3 clouds rode by. And well, not rode by, but floated by, you know. And so the first cloud was a baby. It looked like a baby in its mom's womb or whatever, sucking its thumb. And it sat there, and I was like, I am really trash. You know, the second one was a lion's head. It looked just like a lion's head. And I was like, I mean, they were so perfectly clear to me. And then the third one was this freaking Silver Surfer. Real crap. It was a guy on a surfboard just surfing, and like it took me years. Like I thought about it for years. Like, what did these clouds mean? Because even back then, January 1998, I went inside my house, grabbed my friend at the time, told him to lay back on the green box just like me and look at these clouds. And I said, tell me what you see. And he was like, I just see clouds. I'm like, yo, dude, don't that look like a baby in his mom's stomach? He's like, oh, now that you mention it, yeah. Don't that look like, so forth and so on. So then I realized that those were meant for me to see. You know, so then I finally came up with the meaning of those clouds. First one, of course, was her ass coming 6 months later, you know what I mean? Almost to the day, you know what I mean? 5 months. 6 months later to the damn day, you know, a couple days off. The second one, Lion's Head, I mean, looked at Bob Marley's album cover one day and it hit me. Third one, Silver Surfer, I was thinking Silver Surfer, but then one day I made a statement to where I was like in business and I was just getting everything done, like, and just everything was going my way, and I was like, I'm surfing through this, like bam, like I'm like the Silver Surfer just gliding. That's when the third cloud hit me, and I had them all together, and I said, wow. But yeah, those were the clouds that she was referring to. Didn't mean to go on to it. Maybe, you know, in the series we'll go on into that when it hits your TV and everything. But like I said, just growing up and being a parent now is, like I said, it's new to me. and it's letting go. Like I said, we just honestly started talking again. Said some stuff that, I felt a certain kind of way. She felt a certain kind of way. But at the end of the day, I'm still her father, and that's what I want her to see, because I'm a lover unconditionally, regardless. And she's going to make her mistakes. She's going to fuck up, of course, because we all do, because nobody's perfect. But I'm never going to change the way I feel about her. I'm never going to regret, keeping her or anything like that. I'm never going to regret that. I'm never going to regret the battles that we've had or whatever. I'm never going to turn my back to her. But now that she's grown, I feel as though she can do more without me. So unless she absolutely 100% needs me, then I'll be there for sure. But in the meantime, like I said, she's going to take on the world. So, are you ready to do all that?
It's been fine so far. My first year by myself was the worst. So I think that, I don't really know how to get into that.
Well, we can save that for another episode,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But that was like the first time we actually really got into it. And, it's funny because we didn't talk or anything, but like probably once a week I had a nightmare about my daughter, that we would get into an argument and a fight and everything like that. And I would wake up just in a deep sweat and everything, and just be like, damn, like that's crazy. It's like somebody's trying to tell me something or whatever, but that's what it was. And then it's kind of funny when we talked again, and I told her that, she told me that, she was having the same thing. So it's crazy. So really right now, like I know I like I said, I have my ups and downs. I try and let her recognize that she has her ups and downs, but I try and be a parent, but like a parent from a distance now. Like I don't want her to think that I'm telling her what to do. Like she's not about to get a spanking, or get sent to her room or anything like that. Like I just want to have that open line of communication, but let it be on some real grown-up stuff. You're an adult now, you know what I mean? So like I said, being raised by a dad, like I'm glad, you're still here. You're living proof that like single fathers can do it regardless of what they have going on and all that stuff.
I made it out of high school without a baby. I graduated and still didn't have a baby.
And it's so funny because I was hard on her. I was told I was hard on Tatyana, especially in high school. I was hard on her, and I was told that, oh, she's going to rebel and she's going to have a baby and blah, 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 blah before she gets out of high school. And the same person who told me that?
Don't.
No. We'll just leave it at that. But yeah, I wasn't going to go all into that anyway. But yeah. But wasn't the only one though. And the other lives, and they all live here. Well, in York. I'm sorry, I keep thinking I live in York. Isn't that messed up? York County, but not York. Anyway, and I always tried to do the small business thing. How do you feel about that? Like I've tried to do the small business thing, be my own boss for so many years.
I will say something, and I don't want you to get upset, but there is the time where I got held back, and there was times where you blamed me for getting held back. That wasn't really my fault. I stayed home to help you with Joe. And once you miss 30 days in a semester, they hold you back. I missed 40 some days. So
I didn't know that.
That's what I got.
I didn't know that part because they presented that part way differently to me.
That's how they presented it to me. That once you miss 30 days in a semester, you automatically fail.
Well, that was that right there. Now that I have an answer to that one as well, even though the first answer to that question I still don't believe.
No, you're just not going to believe it forever because that's what it is.
Now the second one, okay, yeah, I'll believe that one because especially in that West York area, I know how they operate. they'll tell one party one thing and then another party another thing. So
I mean, obviously it was my grades, but I wasn't there.
yeah, well, I can still dig it, but like even like the letters never said that. You know what I mean? The letters that they all gave me all at the same time that you.
They didn't tell you how many days I missed because I had an exact number.
That were intercepted some kind of way, or that I never received, and then one day when I got called there, they just gave me every single letter, and I was like, oh, that's a lot of letters. I was like, I never received any of these, and anyway, but yeah, so I hope you guys really. There's going to be more in the episodes and all that stuff, of course. And I hope you guys do subscribe and tune in and check out everything that is going on. It's almost time to get Boss Baby because he has a half a day of school today. And next episode, honestly, I'm going to let Josiah say his part. And be at 7 as of right now, you know, and go from there and then see the differences between my first child, you know what I mean, and the one that I'm raising now, because I mean, Tatyana honestly was my practice child. Sorry. Love you to death. But we grew up together basically. So there you go. But don't forget to click and subscribe and tune in to Single Dad Life. Thank you for checking us out and everything. I can't stand Crocs.
Yeah, I got pink glittery Crocs.
I can't stand Crocs, and she did that shit.
I didn't know if you noticed the whole time I was trying to go like this and stretch and get my foot in. It would not. I didn't want to put my foot on the table while you were talking.
Thank you guys for tuning in, for real. For real, subscribe and check us out. Check out everything on Single Dad Life. And like I said, the pitch was done. And the first company, big props to Michelle for just sending that out there to her people and right off the bat.
She knows people that knows people.
Wanted to go ahead and work with me and put everything together. So like I said, tune in to Single Dad Life, subscribe, and get ready to check us out on your TV screen.
That was like a full episode with like commercials.
Yeah.
27 minutes.
Peace, y'all.